What are option files? What are all-inclusive or all-in-one patches, and what is a cider? I get a lot of questions about what are the options when you have a PS4 or whether you have a PC, PS5, or even Xbox. Option files are used on PS4 and PC, also PS5. There are some coming out. All-inclusive or all-inclusive one package patches are for PC, and the cider also is for PC. Unfortunately, the Xbox is limiting the access to USB to download material in it, so this stuff is not available there. I just want to make that clear from the beginning. I have a lot of source links in the description below, and I hope you use them. I usually post those, and any mods, any stadiums, etc. I usually have the links down below, and I tend to post a lot of custom kits that I create as part of the videos when I'm playing Master League. I hope you guys get this information and find it useful. If you are a veteran, obviously you know already about the patches cider, but I hope to share some of the good sites and where to find the best option files and the best source when you're trying to modify and RPG the game. Let's begin with a definition. What is a PES option file? An option file or patch, they call it patch, I will call it option file alone, is created by an independent party and can be downloaded on the game to add items that are missing. And usually those are, kits, there's emblems, the crest, and also rosters and players. A great source that I found, and I'm going to be using this for this video, is PESFuteebol.com. And you see why I say this. They have it, and they have options for the 2021, 2020, and 2019 out of this source, but there are other sources where you can find, and you can search the internet for 2018 and other versions of the game. So why don't we get started and review what's available for option files in this site, and I recommend just going on this site. There is so much. You're gonna go for specific teams or leagues like the Bundesliga here. You can see by yourself all the logos and the teams will be here. You got Premier League, you got the Sky Bet Championship. You get the Jupiter Pro League. This is fantastic. Fortuna Bundesliga from a different source. You got the Sky Bet League 1 and League 2 English. And for America's team option files, there's so much. And this is fantastic for all the fans in the Americas and anywhere in the world. And you see, got the Superliga Argentina, we got the Ecuador, CONMEBOL Libertadores, the Chilean Premier Division, we got the Brazilian Serie A and Serie B, Liga Venezolana as well. And I'm just running through it so you get a feeling for what you can find. Mexican League here, Liga Mexicana, Copa Libertadores. And for Asian teams, I mean, there's so much here. Even the Indian Super League, we got Hong Kong Super League. This is fantastic. You got Hyundai A-League. And down here you got the Thailand leagues as well, Algerian, Iranian, Arabian leagues, and then you got Chinese, the Thai league. And I let you browse through it. The Nigerian league, also from Africa. That's fantastic. Now, when we go to complete option files Indeed, these are one of the best. They don't have them all here, but these are what I would recommend you start with. And obviously the first one I would say is the one in the middle, PES Unite. I think that's they have a great group. They'll all have great groups of editors and creators. We got this one from South America. We got PES Universe, for which you need an account and you need to pay. And here they have a link though. We got Editemos PES. We got CYPES, which is really good as well as Emerson Pereira has a great material, very comprehensive. Many Americas teams, and we got nice ultras option file as well. And you can click on any of those and get to their sources. Now we got other stuff like classic teams, option files, which you just can download. The MLS from years ago, World Cup Legends, Classic Champions League specifically, other FIFA. I mean, there is a lot of stuff here that you can browse and see if you can find. I mean, you got Chelsea from years ago, Copa Libertadores classics, other PES United teams, more Mexican, Calcio, Fútbol de Primera, Argentina, very old. So this is fantastic. Let me give you an example. If you click on one of them, like here, classic North American Soccer League, just too cold. And you see here the old Atlanta Chiefs, Chicago Stink, old names. This is pretty cool. And you can download that play with these teams as well. So they give you more description here of what you can find. So you always can go to this link and read at your pleasure. So here's a link for downloading. You click there and it takes you directly for the download. Okay, I just wanted to show you that everything is sequenced very nicely here. They got example on screenshots that you can see the kits and the rosters, at least the initial 11. So this is very cool stuff. Now, miscellaneous team option files. These are random for fun or some other old action files. But here you can also get kits. Here's the Maradona. And if you click here, those are just kits for download. There's a couple here. There's one when he was in Italian league. Is the other one. The other Italian kit. So that's very cool. And they even did this one here as a Christmas option file, and this is hilarious. They got Santa and the elves competing against each other, and not the faces. Okay, that was created by when you need to create that. You need to edit some of the players to look like that yourself. But the kits are there, and they created all the players. They created the team, and you can download that. It's pretty hilarious. So specifically for PC, now the smoke again. This is not for console. This is specifically for PC option files. The two major ones would be Smoke Patch and Evo Web. And I'm gonna go through what these guys have. These are all-inclusive packages. We'll have more than just branding, uniforms, rosters, and the player names. And all the license teams and leagues, etc. So let's click on the PES Smoke Patch first, and you see that they got the link right here within this website. And now we click again there and we get to the actual Smoke Patch website. And I do have some videos where I have covered some of these, because this is the main one I use on my PC. If you go here, Smoke Patch, they got him for a number of versions of the game, all the way 2017. And for this patch, they also will have Decider, but they also have faces, ad boards, commentary chants, and even to unlock legends. And when we talk about the cider, which I have a video and I have it down on the description, the link for it. With the cider, you can include a lot more stuff from other third parties. You can keep adding stadiums, you can keep adding faces, and you've seen some of my videos. That's what I use to download more and more stuff like turf mods, all-inclusive mods, etc. And that's why you use the cider. Basically, the cider is a sort of part of that patch, really, and it just allows for continuous addition of material. You can just search all the resources that I have identified and some that you can find in the internet. Again, I do have videos that I put on and the links below where I refer to some of the great sources for stadiums, etc. Now for EvoWeb, you need an account. It's free, at least the initial account. And they include things like same thing as the small patch. You got licensed coaches for Premier League, for all the leagues that they will list. You see here, they're being a little bit more specific, but team data, licenses, but really the kits, many faces. They got the authentic uniforms or kits, all the logos, and we'll have the rosters and faces for every Premier League player, it says here. And I haven't used the EvoWeb, but they do have a very comprehensive package. And there's the link right there if you want to download it. Always make sure that you check their websites to make sure that you're downloading the latest, and make sure that it's compatible with the latest DCL that Komani has out. All right, so here's, if you go into the EvoWeb, I was signed in. They got blogs and they got other conversations, and this is more for people that like to be doing mods, etc. There's more conversation, more specifics there. But I welcome you to check it out. Now, finally, I got the Komani does have some instructions, some basic instructions on downloading option files. And I'm gonna cover here how to download uniforms or kits and how to download teams. So let's go for this one, and this is applied to console or PC. We're gonna talk about console. So under settings, you go to edit, and we're just gonna scroll to the screenshots that they have. Import, export section, import images. The uniform, we use the 20 by 48 by 20 by 48. It's gonna go into the storage USB that you plug in on your PS4. Check the uniform. You're gonna import that, and then you're gonna go to the team you select, go in there, and you can paste the image, and there you have it. You can update the uniform with that. And whatever kits I put out that you can download, you can do the same, and you can also add more kits. Now you need to prepare a USB, and they have instructions here on how you're gonna do that. It needs to be formatted. I would say they formatted here as a USB storage devices, and they want you to format it as an extended storage here. But I think as long as you have the FAT32, you can do it also on your PC. But just follow here, and I think you'll be safer. So don't blame me about it. All right. So once you do that, you're gonna be creating a WEPES, WEPES folder inside that USB, and that's where you download the option files or the kits or the images that you're gonna import, because the game is gonna look for that folder. Now for PC will be the same. but the web piece will be in a specific location. And I will show you that in a second. Now, if we're going to import a theme, it follows the same process. It's interesting how they give the instructions here, very basic. And they say that there will be a third party. Since they cannot provide all the licenses, they really depend on the community to make this game fully functional, in my view. But that's okay. We like doing this stuff. So you're going to extract the zip file that you identified, and you're going to place it in your web piece folder in the USB, and then you're going to go ahead and import it. So let's follow the screenshots. Will be very similar to what you did before. Edit, import, export, but now we're going to say import theme. Okay. It's going to go to USB, and then you can highlight, it's a .ted extension file for the theme. And I would say just don't check any of that. Just say okay. Most of the time that when you're importing any theme, that's what you're going to do. And you finish importing the data, you can go and look for your theme in the database. All right, guys. So that is what we have out of Komani. I think at least I appreciate that they put something out, knowing that they have these edit capabilities to import material. For PC specifically, I just want to highlight where the WEPES folder will be. And that is Komani folder under documents. And under the Komani, you find the version of this game you have, and there will be this file, this data file. There will be another folder that has a long number, and then this is where I put my WEPES folder. If you don't have it, you're not gonna have that. If you have never done this, you create a folder, that's it. Just the spelling has to be right. And this is where I put all my stuff. Did you have unlimited space on the PC? Just limited by your capability on the computer and the storage? On the PS4, unfortunately, they have a limit. So if you want to download more pictures, you're gonna have to delete some of the ones that you don't use and some of the ones from leaks that you don't care. And I know I get questions on that, but unfortunately, that's what the console is. So you have to manage more the capacity. But on the PC, it's unlimited, basically. Now, I want to contrast that and make sure you don't put the PES in the wrong place. I'm gonna go to where my game is. I'm gonna go to Steam, Steam Apps, Common, and then find my game. And this is where I have my game file. Here's the folder, and it's under the route where my apps are. And this is where I have my cider as well. This is where I put my patch, where I put my cider. And if I go in my cider, I'm gonna show you that I do have a location here where all these servers are, because the cider allows you to have folders that you can keep adding stuff, as I said before. So the WEPES is not gonna be in this area, okay? It's gotta be back where you had that Komani folder, which is under documents. Usually, that's where it should be. This is Komani. Find it, and that is where I put my WEPES. I hope this is useful to you guys. Send me any questions, and we have review option files, patches, and cider. At least give you an overview and feel comfortable going out and fishing. You know, all these custom and mods, whether you are on PS4 or PS5 or on the PC. So many questions, guys, and I'd like to hear your comments. Thanks for watching.